And welcome back to La-Mulana. Now that we actually have the means to facilitate transportation, let's actually do stuff, and solve the gated guidance, for the most part. As Zelpid said, we could scan murals with the handy scanner. And he generally doesn't have much good to say anyways. Good old Zelpid, being worthless. You're the best. Now in order to solve some puzzles, I actually get the Yagoo map reader this time, because I can rely on Yahoo in the depths of hell, unlike Google. Actually, oh yeah, since we have the Holy Grail now, we could actually go and find secrets without having to do much, video editing. The first secret I'm going to find is a money chest, because money chests are always nice. Generally, I try to get money chests when I have the secret fairies, because you could pretty much get quadruple your money count or more. But since this is just a casual playthrough, I don't really care. Plus, I like the upfront money costs. I thought there was something there, but I was wrong, as usual. Now, if you hate the birds in Ninja Gaiden, don't fret. These things aren't going to be as persistent. You only see birds outside this area. Also, Zelpid was warning us that water in this area is actually damaging, because once I jump into the waterfall, you can see that my health is ever slowly draining away. But we won't be here long. With a quick grab of the coin, I try to jump out, but then I realize I have something. Warp zone! Oh yeah, this part. I go this way because I think there's another secret zone, but I eventually realized that I need seals for this, and I just decided to demonstrate something. Also, I needed the heal. Because, yeah, hot springs, curry addictions. I do love curry. It's a little sad that you don't see the birds or snakes in any other part of the dungeon. It makes perfect sense, but, yeah. Danger no entry beyond this point. Might as well ask why. Legend has it that Argus, a monster with a blue body covered in eyes, is weak against the serpent staff. I know that you, the average viewer, can read, but sometimes it just makes sense to vocalize certain clues, because Argus is right fucking here. Unfortunately, you can't damage Argus unless you have the serpent staff, as our good friend just says, so let's go back to the gated guidance and solve everything. Luckily, I have like 15 keys so we can demonstrate shit like this. Now, I tried to see if this could kill the Ant-Man, but it doesn't. Really disappointing. That would have been a great little nod. Also, the first actual puzzle we solve. Do I actually look at the map in this part? Because there's a clue in this segment where it talks about the... Yeah, here we go. One clue in the first video said the path of many faces lies in the heavenly corridor. And there was another clue that says the path of many faces holds the key to something. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Skeleton Dude tells us that. Also, Zelpid tells us about the Holy Grail at about this point in the game. But since I've already beaten this game several times, we already have the Holy Grail. We could do shit. This tablet basically just says there are 8 bosses and you need 8 keys to fight them. Not important, but it's a good illusion. Illusion, not illusion. What am I? Oh yeah, we're gonna get the clue that discusses the path of many faces. Of course, I have to wait for the elevator. And onto the spikes I go. I really have a bad habit of jumping into the spikes in this game because they're just so perfectly placed to fuck your butt. You don't need this clue because I think there's a tablet that contains it as well, but it's nice to have. Here we go. The Ankh of this land lies in the path of many of the gazing faces. And its skeleton before said that the path of many faces is the heavenly corridor. We also know where the Cliff of Radiance is because of the last video, where some dude said that he was stuck there. So it's kind of neat how many skeletons lie in the first area. It pretty much says these ruins will kill you. But since LeMaze is pretty badass, he doesn't care about stuff like fall damage. Now, more Indiana Jones references. Remember the invisible path from Last Crusade? Yeah, they do that here. It's pretty great. One skeleton says that he finds the path but he got excited and fell. What he's referring to is the fact that at the end of the invisible path there's actually a gap and you could fall and fuck it up. That's why I jump over that gap. Fear not the water. This is another disjointed clue. This refers to something later in the game. Not too far in, but yeah. I also fuck up here and realize I didn't, like, trigger the thing that opens all that money. So I warp out. I believe I walk all the way back just to demonstrate stuff. Oh no. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I think I'm demonstrating the puzzle that gets us to the Ankh. Because when we killed those two skeletons, this thing appeared, but I never actually did it until we got the Holy Grail. This puzzle's not too hard, it's just a little tricky because most people will try to push the first block into that, what's it called, that trigger, but then you realize you can't go behind it from that wall and push it, so the idea is you just stack them precariously on that ledge, and it doesn't somehow tip over. Oh yeah, I pushed that back down, that's right. Now that, if you notice that thing in the center of the screen, that's actually another real thing from the Leventa ruins. I'll discuss that later. It's really cool. A lot of neat touches went into this game. And with that... Oh yeah, I discussed that here. Forgot I recorded that. Oh well. Now doing that gives us a dais, and using the dais gives us that. I don't know why we didn't they had to put the dais there. Seems a little esoteric, but what do I know? I just play video games, I don't design them. And that gives us this empty room. That becomes important later, but you'll see. After a time lapse, we go back to this dais that we noticed before. That gives us a store. The store is okay. It sells software that allows you to find secret stores, but really the secret stores are so really shamelessly hidden. You could find them just by having eyeballs. I decided to get more weights because you could never have too many weights in this game. Weights are life. Weights are love. Learn to love your weights. Just don't steal treasure with weights. And since we solved that puzzle before but never triggered it, we place a dais there. We place a weight there. And I believe I don't warp. I don't screen transition here because I want to trigger the. I want to trigger the treasure chests. Because a good adventurer needs money. I often wonder what kind of money this place has, because I've looked at some of the stuff there. You have basic silver coins, then you have what looks like a giant yen coin from the Shogunate era. Which is really weird considering how La-Mulana is every culture, so why specifically have Japanese currency? As you can see, with the Holy Grail, you have a lot of ways to get around, but there's still a lot of backtracking. And I think, yeah, we're about to demonstrate what happened with that fire puzzle. Oh, no, I just realized that I fucked up. I was gonna unlock the Cliff of Radiance, but I'm an idiot. Can't get through there. So we just kind of warp to where I actually get there. That's right, the epitaph puzzle unlocks the... not the room, but this. Boss key! A jewel that can destroy the Ankh. I don't think it destroys the Ankh. I don't think it destroys the Ankh so much as just awakens a boss. But I guess everybody says we're breaking Ankhs with rubies. Kill that bomb rat. Fuck bomb rats. They're so annoying. Now, you see that cross there, and I'm gonna reference that at the end of this video, but I don't know why I didn't. A little weird. Also, more puzzles to solve. Can't make that jump, unfortunately, right off the bat, which would pretty much kill the Indiana Jones reference they were going for here. Ah, yes, I actually activate this dais now, but as you can see, I'm really bad at platforming. I think I hesitated because of a bat. That was probably it. Because really, bats are the bane of my existence in this game. So let's get some money. Gotta warp out, cause fuck. This game has a lot of backtracking. Also, another puzzle I want to show off. This is a puzzle you can't solve quite yet. And this dude we're about to oh yeah, forgot about this. Chi-Yo. This is a little odd because you don't fight Chi-Yo for a while, and it's actually a creature from a different mythology, but I'll explain that in the lore video. But this puzzle, those spikes you can't walk through. They're side spikes. They just hurt, period, and it sucks. But yeah, that skeleton is basically saying, is a really huge hint saying there are puzzles you can't solve immediately. So just warp zone and go back here with less health than before. Why am I so bad at this? And with that, we got this dais. Sink it. And if you noticed before, that clue before it was unlocked was a Ankh shape. And that's basically a huge illusion as to what the purpose is. But for the sake of, you know, actually explaining stuff, being Professor Lameza, we have to show it off. That empty room from the beginning of the video? Ankh now. Now that we have the Ankh Jewel and the Ankh, we can fight the boss. But I'm not feeling too confident, so let's demonstrate something else. This trap is insidious because you cannot escape it. But I want to show this off. Cross of Light, all found at various locations, all were placed at a later time. These things aren't relevant till the end of the game, so don't worry about them. And coming up next time, Mausoleum of Giants.